Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel.
Pit lane speed limit is
Was thinking about
45
running
miles per hour.
the Open Series race for
Exits
this
clear.
week at Nashville.
Push.
Just
Okay,
kind of
mate.
ran out of
You've got
time
2
for when I
laps to
wanted
get
to
the
get the
job done.
race run, to get any kind of setup that I was comfortable with, so decided to run the fixed series and at least managed to find myself in a somewhat decently strong strength of field. I'm going to go out for qualifying. You can see my all-time best lap is in the low 30s. That was done while I was trying to get acclimated to a setup. I'm actually probably about 2/10 slower than that in the qualifying or fixed setup side. So we're just going to see what we can get out of this. Try to drive this somewhat like I was the race side when I was trying to drive fast but save tires, except for I'll just push it a little bit tougher, see if I can gain any more time. Strength of field's kind of similar to how the ARCA side was for me the other race, so top half finish start would be okay with me. First lap is terrible. I want to dig for a little bit more, see if I can get into the 30.1s. There's a lot of quick people in this split though that I'm sure can easily blow by me. I don't think that 5th place is actually going to hold. Try to get it through 3 and 4, get it to rotate a little bit there. And then get the run to the line. We'll tuck down onto the apron. Alright, so I got it in the mid ones, which makes me happy. That's pole for right now, but I got a feeling I'm not actually going to be pole. That's, 22 seconds left. I mean, it's not, I guess it's possible that somebody doesn't go by me, but I don't feel like that's going to hold, considering you got quite a few people that did not qualify. Let's see, the 1 didn't qualify. He could fly through. He's usually known for starting in the back. The 2 didn't qualify. He could easily fly by me. Maybe he'll hold on to a pole. Wow. Not at all what I expected to do. I expected the pace to be a lot worse than that. I'm definitely not going to be running that hard for the race pace, though. Didn't change anything at all with the fixed setup. It's 12 to 1, 0, 62.5, literally the same. I know there's been the rumblings about the whole if you change the brake bias, it affects the balance of the car, even if you don't use the brakes. I am using the brakes, so I don't really want to go in one direction or the other too far. So we'll get this out of here. We'll get trading paints updated and get all the paints refreshed. Yeah, we'll use this one. We'll get the paints refreshed really quick, and then we'll get gridded up. That's the first time I've qualified in pole in quite a while, and to get it in this split, I'm really happy with that too. We got 40 laps, normal C+ class stuff for NASCAR series. We've got 2 sets of tires in the pits. We're gonna run session best lap because I know I'm gonna be running way off of that. Fuel's in theory good to go if we don't get any cautions. That's typical for these races. I don't know, 13 laps in, 14 laps in, if we get a caution, maybe worth taking the tires. So just see how it goes. But I got a feeling there's probably gonna be a lot of people eating me alive to start. I know track position does matter. It can be a bit tough to pass here at times, even though you're gonna see guys, kind of run the low and the high line through the corners. It can be tough at times to pass, so I want to try to do the best I can to stay as close to the front as I can. I don't think I'm going to be able to pull out a win, but certainly going to try my best. But also kind of want to save tires in case we do go green the whole way, kind of like I was trying to do in the ARCA series. And if people want to drive like crazy, then that's certainly their prerogative. But we'll try to make the most of it. Maybe I can at least lead a lap and feel confident about that. That I led a lap in a tougher split for me. So follow the pace car down off the access road. We're gonna uncheck fuel in case we do have to pit for tires. This will be my first experience getting to do this with a restart zone as the leader. That'll be fun too. So I guess a lot of first out of this race. I really honestly expected people to be getting into the low 30s, like 30.06, 30.07, something like that. on their qualifying laps. So, yeah, pole was not at all what I was expecting. But we're just gonna keep pace here with the pace car, keep it at about 3/10. Wait till we get to the restart zone. Try to get the best start I can. See if I can get this truck out front and maybe do some good with it. Hope the 40 laps goes quickly.
Okay, Jake, are you ready?
Just gonna sit here, wait till we get inside the restart zone.
Go.
Waited a little bit longer, but not a horrific start. Clear myself in front of the 3 and the 19. Part of me hopes for green all the way just so I can try to take advantage of the track position, hopefully save tires, get away with something. Part of me wants cautions. Not to bore you guys, but keeps me in the lead longer. Light drag of the brake, kind of pick the throttle up and start trying to rotate it in the center of the 3 and 4 like it was doing in the qualifying to help save it. We got one truck spinning down already, more spinning. See if it brings out a caution. Stay, and there it is. I was going to say we stay green so far, but there's the caution. So that was quick. We barely got past lap 2, or into lap 2 before we get the caution, so. No big deal. I saw people getting loose off of 4, which on cold tires it definitely can do that.
Pace car is out. Pits are closed.
Getting ready to catch up to the pace car. Nobody's going to be coming in the pits yet.
It's pretty bad.
So hey, I get to lead 2 laps in a tougher strength of field for me, so I'm pretty happy with that. 22 in the split, truck number 17. Want to prove that I actually can hang up here.
Nah.
Hopefully we can have less cautions than we did in the Xfinity Series at the end of week 1 at Nashville. Although, if we have 6 and 40 laps, I'll cry. Because we had 6 and 65 laps and that felt like a ton. Turn the chat down a little bit. It's like one person already bailed on the race, a couple other people with some problems. So we're just gonna cruise here. Seeing some people come to pit road, but I'm guessing they're ones with damage, although there's a lot coming in. With only really a lap of green, I don't see any point to burning a set of tires and giving up the track position, and we're already getting 2 to go, so
we're under caution. Pits closed.
Getting back to green sooner than I guess I would have hoped for being in the lead. We'll have the 11 behind us now instead of the 19. 3 will still be on our outside. I think the 7 was somewhere near this. So yeah, this feels weird. Leading a race without it being because I did some sort of alternative fuel strategy or pit strategy or something. It's kind of weird. Makes me feel really weird and uncomfortable, but I guess if I want to get faster, I need to start getting used to it. Or at least right now get used to it so that I don't make any dumb mistakes. Now's my chance to redeem a stupid mistake in the ARCA race. Honestly, even if I could finish, like if I fall back as pole sitter back to like, 9th or 10th, I mean that's still better than where I'm supposed to finish, but that would feel like a disappointment at this point, but if I can still finish in the top 5, I'll be happy with that. I'll be really thrilled with that. By far the best I've qualified in a long time, and again, to do it in a tougher strength of field, then it'd be different if I was in one where I was like truck number 2 or something like that.
Get ready. Race will resume at the end of this lap.
To do that makes me pretty happy. Got to take small wins right now, considering I have traditionally been absolutely terrible at NASCAR series and really bad in any series at qualifying. So
without damage.
I'll get it down in a second. You're ready to go. We're just gonna repeat all the same stuff that I did off the initial start. Just try to do it again. Get our way rolling again. See what the 11's gonna do behind us. The three's going to do if we can get a little bit of a jump again. 3 was definitely catching us, but I don't know. I don't know if he was just going to try to stay close and content to ride, or if he was going to try to find a way around. But we'll see what we can do. Just going to try to keep it right around 55 as best as I can. Get to the restart zone and get going.
Green flag, we're racing.
I got a decent jump on that without jumping the start. Just kind of half throttle it through 1 and 2. Felt like I was pushing a little bit, so feathered it, make sure I didn't get the wall. We got trucks spread out every which way. The longer they want to run like that, the better it is for me. 3 was able to get away pretty clean. He's got like a 3/10 gap back to the 11. So you see what he's going to do. Looks like he's driving it in a bit deeper. One guy expected to be really quick is turning the fast times. Big thing for me to do compared to what I was doing in practice, I need to make sure I stay turning in just a little bit later than 3 to apex, a little bit later. It'll help my exit out of 4. I was turning in way too early, and it was kind of pinching my quarter speed, along with stressing out the right front of it too much. Kind of scared that we've got a 3/10 lead right now over the 3. But we'll take it, see what we can do. A little bit slower through 3 and 4. I think the tires are going to fall off a good bit. We got trucks spinning again down the infield. They're going to come back across the track. They're going to get another caution. Not yet. I overshoot 1 and 2 in the process. Not sure how that stays green. 3 gets a little bit better run out of turn 2 down the backstretch. I'm guessing he did not overshoot 1 and 2. See how much worse that lap was. So that's why the 3 closed up a 10th that time. And the 1's coming quick.
That time was at 30.64.
I may try to fight if these guys get closer to me, but I'm not going to throw any crazy blocks or anything like that. I'd still like to finish top 5 if I can. But I got to learn how to battle these guys at some point. But got to do it respectfully. 1's closing up big time. He gained 2/10 that lap, so maybe it'll take a little bit longer for him to get by the 3, and it'll buy me some time, but it's only going to be a matter of time before he gets there, especially when I continually keep overshooting corners. Feeling a little bit better about turn 3 and 4, although not when I do that. So yeah, I gotta quit doing these wall drags. I gotta quit doing it. I would like to hope that what I'm doing is going to be a little bit kinder on the right front compared to the 3, but I'm also not feeling very confident about that. He's going to know a little bit more than I am. First time we kind of held the gap constant to go 3 and the 1. Like I said, I'm worried that maybe I'm over driving it. I think I need to wait just a little bit longer before picking up the throttle in the middle of 1 and 2. But hey, I'm leading green flag laps. So I will gladly take that. Like I said, 1's kind of stalled out behind the 3.
All right, Jake.
Maybe they'll engage into some sort of longer battle for the spot. 3 gained a bit of time back on me. I think it's because I took corner a little bit slower. One also gained some time. I'm hoping maybe that'll allow me to save the right front a little bit, get a little bit of a better run down the front stretch, or the back stretch each time. Well, they both gained a couple tenths on me that lap, so
Was that 31.00?
need to figure out what to do differently here. 11's also trying to join this fight. But we're 15 laps down. 25 to go. Not quite to the halfway mark, but trying to do what I can. 10 was able to get by the 11, so put him up into 4th place. See if he tries to break away and get closer to the 1. Both the 3 and the 1 are hard charging, trying to close the gap to me. Just trying to keep myself as calm as I can, drive my lines, look to see where they're going different, try to anticipate it, not make any mistakes on my end. These guys are good enough that the minute I make a mistake, they're going to be all over it. And I could not make mistakes and still not be as fast as them. Kind of like that. I almost felt like I pushed it out a bit too wide. Really, the gaps are kind of stabilizing, but I'm wondering if they're kind of taking it easy right now. Trying to conserve some tires, see if they can ride me out. To wear out the right front, start losing grip, and then the second half of the race they'll take advantage of it and easily get by me. Just have to hope that's not the case. Right now I'd say I hope it stays green the rest of the way. Just at least put myself in a somewhat decent spot for a top 3. I want to make a move with the brake bias, but I'm going to make a little bit of a brake bias change. Just to kind of help me set up turn 1 a little bit more. Worried that the 3 is going to be able to get inside of me, so I may have to enter a little bit lower. He's closing up, 1's kind of stayed the same. Just getting such a better run through all of 1 and 2. Like, he's able to drive it in deeper, but he's also able to get a better run off the center. Just gonna look to the inside.
Still there.
Try to battle on the outside as best as I can. It's gonna allow, I would expect it to allow the 1 to close up. 13 to clear.
Okay, Jake. Clear of mine. Last lap was at 31.
Kind of hurt the entry in. Thankfully the 1 kind of had to deal with that as well, so he wasn't able to get as good of an entry in. We'll have the 16 coming up here soon. But hey, we've led half the race. That's also a positive and a start. Shoot turn 1 there. Wait to get on the throttle. Hopefully I can get a run off. He's kind of evenly gapped here at the front. And it looks like there's a little bit of a back to the 11 and 5th, and then after that it kind of spreads way out. So I feel like that top 5, if we stay green, definitely is in play. Really hoping to make it a top 3. I will not, like, if I drive the best that I can and the 3 and the 1 are just able to find a way by me, I'm not going to feel any shame in that. I mean, those guys, based on their numbers, have so much more talent than I do, so much more skill, but I'm going to give it my best fight that I can. he's going to get a good run. We're going to look for him to go left into turn 3. Oh, he decides to stay behind me. I think he's trying to set up pass underneath me off of 4. This is definitely good intense action at the front, but it's clean racing. Appreciative of them racing me so clean so far. Truck's definitely getting tighter, just normal stuff you feel. Just gotta back the braking points up. We got 15 to go now.
I've just done a 31.46. Good consistency. Keep them coming.
Let's try to use a little bit more brake in the 1 to get it slowed up. Trying to guard against the crossover. I know the 3's trying to set it up. Just trying to do the best that I can to guard against it. Trying also not to count down the laps too much because I just need to focus on lines rather than how much there is left in the race. I definitely do not want a caution at this point. Although if there's a caution, without a doubt, we're going in the pits.
They're on the inside.
Look to the inside.
Keep high. Clear inside.
Trying to pinch him down without getting into him. Get a run off the corner still. 1 and the 10 are kind of falling back a little bit. We're able to hang on to it. I'll definitely have to say a big thank you to the 3 because there's a couple times he could have easily gotten into us. Gets the run down the backstretch this time.
He's still there. Keep digging.
Let's see what we can do. 3 and 4. Oh, I got too tight. Had to wait the lift. So he's going to take the lead away.
He's still there.
Try to run him as clean as I can. Best thing for me now is to try to just follow in line and get a second. I think he's got more tire left, and he definitely knows how to drive this faster. So we got 7/10 back to the 1. Now the goal is just to try to stay here in second. Look for an opportunity to try to get the lead back, but need to enter a little bit later now. You can see that's what the 3 did. That later apex just allowed him to pull off the corner so much better. Trying to follow it, he's just able to drive that so much better than I am. Carries so much more momentum. 1 and the 10 behind are running side by side now. So the more they can do that, the more it's going to allow me to stay in front of them. Oh, I got on the wall too hard. It's going to kill the run. Hopefully they don't close up too much. We got the right side damage. I'm hoping that's not going to affect the truck too much. Just drove it too hard off the corner trying to stay in front of them. Oh, I cannot believe I did that. Alright, I got 9 laps next time by to sweat and 8/10 back to them, so we're going to see what's going to happen.
The gap in front is increasing. It's now
3's gone. Damage. Don't think it's helping things, but we'll see what happens. Like I said, the longer the 10 and the 1 run side by side, the more I'm going to be able to stay in front of them, and that's, now that the 1 is so far away, that's the only thing I'm concerned with is staying in second. Got to lead some laps, got to fight under pressure. Got some driving stuff to work on, so a lot of positives to take, even despite making that dumb mistake and not getting the win.
0.93.
Put the apron there, shoots us up a little bit. At least able to keep it clean. Looks like the 10 was able to clear the 1. So we'll see if he makes a late run at us. Let's put those 2 nose to tail. 8/10 back with just 7 laps to go next time by. I mean, them being a 10th of the lap faster is certainly not out of the realm of possibility. See, they've already picked up. It's already closed it down to 7/10, so I'm gonna have to sweat. This is gonna be way too close for my comfort. Damage on the right front did not help things. I would not have pushed so hard, I wouldn't be in such a scary situation. Because the 10's coming, and I'm not gonna be able to do anything about it. And once he comes, the 1's easily gonna be able to follow him. I think a top 5, like I said, is doable, but second place is seeming less and less likely, and third place is seeming less and less likely. But we're going to do what we can. The brake bias back just all the way. Try to do whatever I can to help the truck into the corners. I'm just picking up the throttle a bit too early, but I feel like I have to in order to have any shot to stay in front of him. 5 laps to go, 5/10s. He's pulling away from the 1, and the 11's actually getting ready to work on the 1, so looks like a podium still could happen. I'm going to try to do the best I can to hang in the second. Able to gain a little bit that time. If I could just keep it at half a second, that'll help me, because that's more he has to gain every lap up to the point. It's like now it goes from 1/10 of a lap to a 1/10 and a quarter a lap.
That's good consistency. Keep it up.
Not really worried about the right front tires at this point, just trying to get through the corners as quickly as I can, as consistently as I can. Alright, we're doing good. 3 to go. Keeping that gap back constant. Well, it looks like he's running to the inside of the 1. They go side by side through 1 and 2. I drove 1 really bad there, so that allowed him to close up 10th. Gonna have 2 to go this time by. Picked up the throttle a little too early, had the lift there. Should give him an advantage out of the corner. Stays at 4/10 right now. Side by side still going on between the 11 and the 1. Gains another 10th and 1 and 2. It's definitely a lot faster than me in 1 and 2 than in 3 and 4. Looks like everybody's pretty much stayed to the bottom too for the most part through the run. White flag this time. If we get a caution, it ends it. I don't think we will. I mean, he's got 3/10 to go, so
Okay, Jake.
I think if I drive 1 and 2 reasonably, should have a good shot at second. Let's chat up so I can send a congratulations to the 3. Screwed up 3 and 4, but should have enough gap to still finish second. I will take a second place finish out of that, despite not getting the win. Great win, 3. That was a lot of fun battling with you. I appreciate you running me so clean the whole time.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, guys. Good race, man.
Good race, guys.
Yeah, I appreciate you taking me to school. I got a lot to learn, but it was a lot of fun to run around you guys up front. Yeah, I will
Sorry I got in you with about 5 to go, Cody.
definitely take a second place out of that. But that feels like a win in and of itself. Again, you know, to run around the people that I did. I know it's a fixed setup, but that makes me feel really, really happy to be able to come out and do that. So, yeah, lot to work on, a lot of things to clean up, but it feels like a really, really good
sorry
run
about that 22.
compared
I don't
to
know.
some of the
I
stuff that
overdrove the entry
happened.
there. It looks like we nicked
It's like a
little
lot
bit,
of
but I didn't even get into
contact
but
that
I
happened
still
for
got a
some
top 10 out
people,
of it.
so we can take a look. We'll take a look at the tires, see what they were.
Yeah.
79.93. Yeah, I definitely wore out that right front, which is going to be the big difference in why
Yeah,
we
I may have been.
the
I'm
3
watching the
was able to
replay. I
get
may have
by
been
me.
a
So
little over my head there,
you're talking about you know, a massive difference that I needed to learn to be able to save that. But
Yeah, steer my
plenty
camera.
of progress. Sorry, get the chat down. Plenty to learn there, but really, I mean, really happy with that base to start with, and got to lead more than half the race, so that's a big gain for me too. But let's jump to the beginning. We'll take a look at all the incidents that happen. Very often that I get to lead a field to green and do that, so let's see what happened. I think this is going to be the caution that we saw. So the 8's trying to get to the outside of the, I believe it's the 13. Alright, you got multiple incidents going on. Okay, so let's jump up to the front. And we're going to look at this whole 419 incident. So they were running 3 and 4. The 4's on the inside of the 19. 19 just gets loose off of the corner, off of 4, and gets into the right side of the 4. 4 doesn't really see anything out of it. 19's going to go spinning down the track. Let's take a look at that. Okay, so when the 19 hit the 4, and it slowed him up, the 14 was here, and the 14 really didn't have anywhere to go. I guess he could have tried to thread it to the outside between the 19 and the wall, but that was going to be really tough. So that sent the 19 spinning all the way down across the track. And then he locked it down in the infield. Okay, so that was that deal. Which then I want to see if that caused this deal up here. Because let's see, the 13... Okay, so the 13 and the 8's a different deal. Which, it's kind of hard to say if there was actual contact or if it was netcode. I mean, it almost has the reaction like it was netcode, but it's really hard to say. But the 13 technically got into the number of the 8 in the driver's side door. Gets the 8 all loose. Then the 13's going to come back down after trying to save it. He's going to get into the 6. Keeping this slower because it's a little bit easier for me to process. The 18 gets spun. So the 13 and the 6 have their deal. 8 there, then the 13's going to come back down the track, which is going to get the 8. He's going to shoot back up, get the 5. The 1 actually got stuff out of that too, so the fact that he was that fast makes me feel even worse. Let's try to get back in the fielding and see what happens with the 18. Because the 18 sees this happening. He's on the outside. I don't know if he tried to check up or if he just didn't see the 1 and tried to turn across to him, but that got him going around. The 12 got into the 1, so that's how the 1 got the damage. And then you see more trucks spinning around as people come into that, so that's what caused that first caution. It's a bit of a melee there, I would say. And I'm thinking that's where a lot of people got their incident points out of. 14. Let's see, 22. We're getting back on the green. 22's gonna barely drag the outside wall out of 4. 4's running side by side with the 11. He kind of pushes up to him. Whoa, what just happened there with the 7? 7 gets in. That's like the worst netcode I've seen. Wow, that was really bad because the 4 kind of drifts up into the 11. I don't think the 11 really turned down much. I think the 4 was expecting the 11 to go a little bit closer to the wall though, and then all of a sudden the 7 just starts going around for some reason. Like, I don't know what happened there, but he went around and gets the right side of the 4. The 11 ends up getting the wall, and the 4 and the 7 go down to the bottom. 4 comes back up in front. He keeps it straight. 7 rejoins back almost into turn 1. He keeps it straight as well, and we continue going. That sucked for netcode. That was rough. 3's gonna get the wall out of turn 4. Back rear, just a little bit. Not anything like what I had. 6. Yeah, you can see turn 4 was definitely a problem. 3 drags it into 1. 19's gonna get it big time out of turn 2. Oh, wow, really bad netcode. He actually saved it pretty well. Here's my lovely shot off of turn 4. Mine was a lot harder than some people. Or no, that was the first tiny drag. 22 gets it. 5's running off the pace. Barely. That might have even been netcode, honestly. 6 gets it pretty hard. 22's in front of the 21 going into turn 1. I don't know, it kind of cuts down, but looks a little bit like the 22 just didn't check up. I think the 22 might have checked up a little bit, and the 21 was not expecting to brake. And the 22 to brake as early as he did, so he couldn't stop. He got in there, and then the 4s. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if the 21. Let's rewind that a minute. That's hard to say if the 21 comes down in front of the 4 or if the 4 just drives through him. Let's see, because he's holding his line. 4's coming up like he wants to get the run. 21's going up the track. 4 goes to the inside, gets the run. I don't know. I think I'm going to say that's the 4 just driving through him, honestly. It's kind of more what it looked like to me. It's going to send him spinning. 18 drags the wall. That's been a pretty common thing to see out of 4. 2 with almost a netcode. Seems like there's a lot of netcode hits happening out of 2. Same thing. I mean, you're starting to see that hit happen quite a bit. 20 netcoding wall. 18 is gonna netcode the wall. Netcode must have been really bad in this race. There's another one. One actually gets it that time. That kind of set him back a little bit from us. 20 is netcode. 19 is going to be the netcode. Yeah, I'd say so. 13's off the pace. So is 13 going to netcode? No, he just actually drives into the wall. On the backstretch in the center of it, which is, like, I guess worse to do, although I can't speak. 20 actually tried that time, but he gets the wall. Sounded like some people were downshifting in the third. 2 smacks the wall pretty hard out of 4. 20. It's kind of a netcode. 4's in front of the 7. 7 just gives a shot to the 4, but pretty square on the bumper and sends him on his way, so other than instant points, no harm, no foul. Here is going to be my hard shot off of 4. Yeah, that was a little bit tougher. Let's see. I think I actually... Nah, I think it was still right front first. I was trying so hard. I just needed to have waited a little bit longer on the throttle. So it actually ended up being right rear first, kind of like everybody, but I hit it flat enough that it sent the right front end of the wall. Let's see about the 20. Yep, that time he got the wall. Don't know how many more wall shots he's probably got netcode there. 18's gonna probably netcode the wall into 1. No, he actually gets it. Let's see if the 20 netcodes the wall again. Behind the 14. Yep. 19's trying to look to the inside of the 22. A little bit netcode there, I think. Because the 19 drives it in deep. Probably a little deeper than he should have. I mean, the 22 kind of left the gap open, but 19 probably drove it in a bit deeper than he should have. And the 22 starts coming down. But yeah, that looks like it's netcode as well. So netcode really must have been a thing in this race. 16's gonna get the wall in the middle of the backstretch. 21's gonna get the wall. Yeah, big time off of 4. Me. 7's gonna get the wall off of 4. Yep. Right side. 18. Gets the wall to the right rear. 7 again. Yeah, look, just great. 20's got the 18 to his outside. I don't know if they called that netcode or what. That's it. Okay, so a lot of wall shots. You're gonna see that happen. I didn't even think about trying downshifting in turn 3. That might have been the way to go, maybe. I felt like I was losing pace because I burned the right front tire up. Honestly, I think that was the difference. I just did not drive the right lines and did not have the right braking and throttle points to save tires as well as the 3 and the 10 did. Just got lucky enough that the 10 didn't get to me. So take a look at the results. Hopefully that should be a fairly positive gain. Top split of 6, 36, 26 strength of field. So again, there's a lot of times where there's 4 and 5K splits in these, but for me, it's a pretty good split for me. One caution ended up turning out really clean. That was really nice. We got basically almost the entire race under green. A little bit of a safety rating gain, 0.18. So, the more I get these and the higher up, the less I'm going to be gaining for 0x's because it's expected me for me to do that. But, just got to keep putting them in, keep running as clean as I can, try to prove everybody that I'm actually respectful and they can run clean around me and feel comfortable around me. But 110 for the I rating change, that is, I think, probably the most I've ever gotten in a single race in any class. I don't care whether it's road, pavement, oval, dirt oval. I would put a strong wager that that's the most I've ever gotten in one race. It might not be, but if it's not, it's pretty dang close. That's really big for me. Was able to turn the fastest lap of the race, which maybe was a bit of my undoing. Probably should have taken a page out of the ARCA book and dialed it back just a little bit, but I was really trying to do the best I could to keep myself ahead of the 3 and the 1. So, yeah, I'll take a second place finish. Like I said, I was going to be happy with being top 5, and that far exceeded that. I didn't even expect to lead that many laps. Obviously, I got the benefit of the caution, to lead the first 4 or 5 laps or whatever it was, but that felt really good to be able to do that. And I super clean battle with the 3. Like he was so respectful. I know I pinched him a couple times, and that was done trying to stop the run on the inside a little bit. But he ran really respectful around me. So I really appreciate that. Lap trucks did a great job too. Like all around, that. It's gonna be tough to top that race this week. It's gonna take a lot. So hopefully it gives me some good momentum. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that one. It's been a long time since I've been able to show you a battle like that in this kind of strength of field. So gotta enjoy it. Take what I can out of it. Savor it, but continue to keep learning and try to make this more the norm than these very rare occasions. So feel free to leave any comments, any feedback if you guys have driven this, any driving tips you have, and hopefully you enjoyed that one. And I know I may not be able to do the same thing, over and over again, but at least try to keep this trend maybe going as best as I can. So hopefully on to bigger and better things. And until the next one, I hope all your laps are fast, your races are clean, and your finishes are good. Thanks for watching.